one, and he has the ball taken absolutely away from him. And big number 77.
Yeah, it was like lightning. And the game was so exciting. And the band started playing. And everybody was swaying. And the coach in the back said everyone attacked, and it turned into a ball game blitz. And the quarterback backed, and then he got sacked, turning into a ball game blitz. Ball game blitz.
There's a pass. It's caught by Noakes over the middle. He's going to go all the way.
A ball game blitz. A ball game blitz. It's ball game blitz. Blitz, blitz, ball game blitz. Blitz, blitz, a ball game blitz. Oh, it's a ball game blitz.
I'm here with Joe Gaddis, head ball coach at Peabody. Coach, we've had a 2-week break, and I know it was well deserved.
Well, it was well needed for sure. Deserved, I don't know, but we needed it. We were physically, I wouldn't say we were battered, but it was 2 physical games, and it came at a good time for us. We had several guys that probably couldn't have played last Friday that will play tonight. We still got one that's probably not quite ready, but it came at a good time for us to kind of regroup and hopefully get on a winning note tonight.
We've got a kind of a common opponent tonight. McKenzie comes in much like Peabody, 0-2, but they've faced 2 pretty good opponents, and we're going to have our hands full tonight.
Well, definitely. We're 0-2, and then we shouldn't be, and they're 0-2, and they really shouldn't be, but 2 good football teams. Even though we haven't won a game, somebody's going to win one tonight, and I'm convinced that if we play well, it's going to be us. I think we control our own destiny tonight. We don't have to count on them playing poorly for us to win.
Okay. Coach, I know that we've got a little threatening weather in the area. I guess y'all have got a game plan about how to handle that. Hopefully it doesn't arrive, but we're going to try to play through it, or what's the plan right now?
The plan is to beat McKenzie and whip the weather if we have to. We'll obviously get out of the way if it starts lightning, but we hope we can get this game in tonight. But we want to complete it no matter whether it's tonight or tomorrow night.
All right. I understand we've got a new member on the team, Dylan Slayton, and Dylan was out last year and just able to come out this year. Is he going to be able to help us any?
He may punt a little bit here and there, and he's probably 2 or 3 weeks away from actually playing on offense or defense.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight. Let's beat McKenzie.
Thanks.
All right. Well, we welcome you to the Ballgame Blitz pregame show here tonight between the Golden Tide of Peabody and the McKenzie Rebels. Joey, well-deserved break for Peabody after 2 tough games against Milan and Huntington.
Yeah, time to heal up after some injuries, but tonight we really should put it all together.
Hope we're able to do that, Taylor. We've got a pretty good team coming in here with the McKenzie Rebels. Although they're 0-2, we know they're well coached by Coach Comer, and expecting a pretty tough game tonight.
Yeah, McKenzie has had a rough start, but we know that they got a lot of mixing and matching on their offense, and their defense just as tough. And you know, with the McKenzie program, they're going to be in the game no matter what talent or what coaching staff they have over there.
All right. Well, we're glad you're tuned into this broadcast. We'll be back for the start of this contest momentarily. You're watching the Ballgame Blitz on E+6 out of Jackson and TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
Lord, thank you for this day. Keep us safe. Bless us, we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you very much. Our alma mater, Peabody High School. national anthem, led by the Peabody Band of Gold, Mr. Stephen Westbrook, director.
Dale's Recycling has 3 locations, Milan, McKenzie, and Jackson, and is one of the largest recycling centers in West Tennessee. Their recycling is environmentally friendly, and they recycle most metals, radiators, batteries, and much more. Besides recycling, Dale's also buys and sells used farm equipment, industrial equipment, and military surplus. For more information about what they recycle or their inventory, go to dales-recycling.com or call their Milan number at 731-686-2500.
Need a shirt or sign and don't know what to do? Call 855-1812. Having trouble finding school polos and jackets or even your high school fanwear? Then go to Bell Shirt and Sign Company, located right beside Peabody High School in Trenton, Tennessee. Come check out their showroom full of high school fanwear. They even carry school-approved apparel from youth sizes, junior sizes, women's and men's sizes, with some styles and colors available up to 6XL. Need a shirt or sign and don't know what to do? Call 855-1812.
We welcome everyone to the Ballgame Blitz High School Television Football Show here from the Walter Kilser Stadium on the campus of Peabody High School. We've got another good one tonight between the Golden Tide of Trenton and the Rebels of McKenzie. Both of these teams come in seeking their first win, and it's been kind of said all over West Tennessee these may be the best 0-2 teams in the entire state playing. One of these teams is going to get their first win, and we're looking forward to this contest. Joe, we've also got threatening skies tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough to get this game in tonight, so that may play into the strategy, the approach that the coaches take, trying to get some points on the board, be a little more risky maybe. We'll see if they have that in mind.
Our captains are making their way toward the midfield stripe, and representing the Golden Tide tonight is number 2, Tyler Gadlin, number 71, Noah Allen, number 67, Hayden Whitby, and number 8, Dokes. So Malik Dokes. So those are our captains tonight. While we've got a break here, I want to tell you that our officials tonight, the referee is Gene DeArmond, the umpire is Kevin Ray, the head linesman is David W. Ray, line judge is William Ritz, the back judge is Kirk Moore, and the electric clock operator is Dalton Potts.
Your officials tonight.
I want y'all to
The
play.
referee is Mr. Gene DeArmond.
Okay, play hard.
Umpire Mr. Kevin Ray.
Sportsmanship.
The head linesman is David Ray.
Players get out of line. I expect y'all to get to them before we do. Play the whistle blows and
Tonight's
have a good
judge
night.
is Mr. Kirk Moore.
Head,
And
tail.
your clock operators, Mr. Dolphin.
What would you like?
Blitz.
He said heads.
Capable staff from the TWS.
It's a head. You want to defer. You want to. What goal do you want to defend? Okay, y'all get over there. Y'all get over there. Y'all get over there.
We'll shake the hands just think as soon as we walk back up.
The Army's about to tell us. Okay. McKenzie has won the toss and will defer. And Peabody will receive and defend the south goal. Okay, we're ready for the announcement.
So the McKenzie Rebels have won this
lineup for
toss by the captains, and they've deferred to the second half.
Peabody goal
And they will be defending the south goal to start this contest as Peabody will get the ball. We'll go down to the field and we're going to have player introductions at this time.
The starting defense. Okay, here they are. Defensive end, number 86, junior Ryan White.
Defensive tackle number 67, Hayden Whitby. Nose guard number 72, sophomore Parker Reed. Outside linebacker number 19, sophomore Jordan Johnson. Outside linebacker number 9, Aaron Lowry. Inside linebacker number 27, junior Ray Buchanan. Inside linebacker number 16, senior Ty Field. That's your cornerback, number 8, senior Malik Phillips. Starting safety, number 15, sophomore Daniel Hodges. The other safety is number 7, senior James Tilden Haynes. And the other cornerback is number 2, Tyler Gadland. Here we go, big hand for the defense, folks. And the remainder of the Peabody Golden Tide.
And so the starting defense tonight gets the introduction before the game as Peabody is at the midfield ready to break through the banner coming onto the playing surface here at Walter Kilser Stadium. We'll be back in just a moment for the start of this contest. You're watching Peabody High School football on E+6 out of Jackson and TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
Rocky Top Barbecue, located at 414 East Eaton Street, allows you to eat in, carry out, or call in. Proud favorites include loaded baked potato or tater, hamburgers and hamburger steaks, barbecue nachos, and of course, pulled pork barbecue. For your next party, get the shoulder pack, 17 to 20 pounds of shoulder, a gallon of baked beans, a quart of slaw, a quart of barbecue sauce, and 2 packs of buns for only $89.99. So come visit or call Rocky Top Barbecue at 855-0122.
We welcome you back to the ball game Blitz. I think the coach in the back said everybody attack, and it was Coach Gaddis saying it's football time in Trenton, Tennessee.
The Rebels, number 87, will be set. Jeffrey.
Peabody set to receive this kickoff, and back deep is number 22 for the Golden Tide, Tavarian Barnett. And joining him back there is number 89, Jared Penn. Both of these young men are speedsters. And here's the kick. Pooch kick is going to be taken down to about the 20-yard line. And Tavarian Barnett picks it up. He's loose. And Tavarian breaks loose, and he's going to have the ball all the way out to about the about the 47-yard line, 48-yard line. Tackled by number 21 from the Rebels, Junior Chavez. And so Peabody takes over 1st and 10 with good field position to start this game.
Well, you see Tavarian, he is so quick, and he was just maybe a foot away from breaking that. He carries that ball kind of hanging it out to the side. That worries me a little bit, but so far so good in this game. We see him back there at tailback to begin this game.
Dokes and Haynes are spread out to the right. Gadlin spread to the left. There's Tavarian Barnett moving forward for about a 5-yard gain. And so Peabody comes out in the gold formation. Peabody starts this game in the gold or spread formation, hands the ball off to Tavarian Barnett.
A little change up tonight, Paul, with Balgus back there at quarterback.
Braxton Balgus gets to start at quarterback, Joey, as you just said.
You know, he's still young at quarterback, but he's showed some good signs throwing the ball early in the season.
Barnett has the football, and he's going to break loose. He's on the left sideline moving forward. He's got blockers down there with him, and he gets the ball down to the 20-yard line, and so that's going to be another food right first down.
25-yard line.
Flag.
Tackle by Chavez again, but I think there is a penalty on the play.
But you see Barnett again, just so quick. McKenzie's defense maybe not as quick as it has been in years in the past, not able to keep up with Barnett.
And so it is a penalty against the Golden Tide.
Holding penalty against the Tide.
Holding 10-yard penalty from the spot of the infraction.
Still first down.
Still a food right first down as we begin this contest. Be sure and tell all the folks down at Food Right, Bubba Abbott, and store owner Joey Hayes, and all of the employees down there. We appreciate their help and support of Peabody Golden Tide football.
Lightning in the distance. This is going to be called pretty quick.
Ty Fields on the carry, and he's tackled immediately. Perhaps even a loss of 2 or 3 on the play.
The loss is back to the 40-yard line.
Paul, as we said, this game, weather is going to be one of the biggest factors here. We see lightning already in the distance. They're not going to let this go much longer, I would imagine. So a score quick is really going to be advantageous for Trenton.
2nd down and 13 for the Golden Tide. Haynes is in motion. Balgus fakes the handoff to him, and he's going to move the ball forward to the original line of scrimmage up to about the 37-yard line. That should bring up 3rd down and 10. Or a long 10, short 11.
Well, we may see Balgus throw the ball here.
Balgus gets the snap. He rolls out to the right. He looks downfield, and he throws the ball, and it's going to be intercepted by number 27 from McKenzie. Hunter Lowe, number 27, on the interception. And so Braxton tried to force one in right there, Joey.
You know, he rolls to the right, has good protection from the line of Peabody. Just forces it in there, turns the ball over.
The offensive unit, quarterback is number 11.
And so McKenzie takes over 1st and 10.
21 Chavez and 27 Lowe.
McKenzie's going to try to run the ball a lot, but they're also going to try to throw it, running and throwing equally as well. Toss pitch out to number 27, the young man that just made the interception, Hunter Lowe, and he's going to be tackled for about half a yard loss and tackled on the play by Ty Fields.
Well, you know, Paul and Taylor, we've seen Trenton play two excellent teams, and now they're coming and meeting somebody that's a lot more beatable, to be honest with you, with McKenzie, and they're looking good so far.
Back to pass. And number 7 is receiving on the receiving end, Austin Chapman on the play. Chapman receives the ball, and it's going to be a pickup of about 6 on the play.
There McKenzie is mixing it up, as Paul mentioned earlier. And Trent's going to have to watch out for both the pass and the run. They're going to mix it up a whole lot this game.
Should bring up 3rd down and a long 3, short 4 on the play, or 3rd down right at 4, it looks like the down marker says. McKenzie's in I formation. Number 11 is the quarterback. He's back to pass. And he's going to have enough for a 1st down. As number 11 for McKenzie made that reception, Ty McLean. And the tackle was by number 2 for the Golden Tide, Tyler Gatlin.
Well, you know that the coaches have been watching the films from the first 2 games, the Peabody, Milan, and Huntington, and one thing is obvious from those 2 games, and that is that Trenton is vulnerable to the pass. And you see McKenzie coming out and already throwing the ball.
So it's 1st and 10 for the McKenzie Rebels from the 40-yard line. That's number 8 carrying the ball for McKenzie. That's Christopher Allen. Tackled by number 72 for the Golden Tide, Parker Reeves, a 6-foot, 220-pound sophomore who's had extensive playing time early in his career here for the Golden Tide. And Parker's done a pretty good job anchoring that defensive line.
Well, Trenton's defense looks good. McKenzie, I don't think they're going to be able to be successful running the ball. They're going to have to throw it.
Pass from McLean to Christian Lowe is good up to the 45.
Ty Fields on the tackle for the Golden
Ty
Tide.
Fields making the tackle.
As McKenzie just kind of has a little quick hitch out to the right side of their offensive formation, and it's going to be a pickup of 3 or 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Chavez makes number 27 makes the pretty good catch, throw and catch. 27, Hunter Lowe for McKenzie, and Peabody's going to be called for a face mask here at the end of this run, and so McKenzie is threatening on their 1st drive.
Well, just a little throw out to the flat there, and what a great catch that was by the McKenzie receiver back out of the backfield. McKenzie doesn't have any room inside. That defensive line for Trenton is really tough. Some big guys. They look like they're much larger than the offensive line for McKenzie. They're going to have to play this game outside the tackles. And so far, they've been able to move the ball with those quick passes.
So 1st and 10 for the McKenzie Rebels as they have the ball deep in Peabody's territory at the 11-yard line. Number 21 carrying the ball for McKenzie. That was Junior Chavez, and the tackle by number 27 for the Golden Tide, Ray Buchanan.
Well, Ray Buchanan had a big night 2 weeks ago at Huntington. Tough loss there at Huntington, but Ray did an excellent job. I'm not sure how many tackles he had, but it seemed like every other play he was on the tackle.
Well, I noticed in the Jackson Sun today in the statistics, after just having 2 games and most of the teams having 3, Ray is right up there at the lead for tackles in West Tennessee. Number 27 on the carry, Hunter Lowe, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. Ray Buchanan again on the tackle.
You know, Paul, 3rd and 5 here. I really wonder if they're going to throw one of those short, quick hitches out on the outside, try to get around the end. Not much room inside to run.
3rd down and 5 for the McKenzie Rebels as they put the ball in play at the 6-yard line. Hunter Lowe on the carry, and he's going to be stopped right there at the 5-yard line And stop there was by number 16, Ty Fields.
Well, Ty Fields has done an excellent job as well. He picks up where he left off last year.
And a very short game on the play, Ty Fields. And Whitby making the stop.
Conservative play calling there.
At the 5-yard line.
Looks like we're going to go for a field goal.
Field goal attempt.
McKenzie rushes their field goal unit onto the field as Coach Comer is wanting to put early points on the board in this contest.
Going to have to hurry it up.
There's the snap and the kick. And the kick appears to be good, but there is a flag on the play, so let's hold up here momentarily and see what the call is.
The flag is on the play, and it's
personal foul against the Golden Tide, and so that should be enough for a first down. It should be an automatic first down, won't it be, Joey?
Yeah. That is huge. Can't imagine what that personal foul on a field goal attempt would be.
We didn't rut the kicker. You're still standing there after you kicked it. So
Must have called somebody a bad name.
So personal foul call against Peabody. And then out on the first play, Big Bubba Bailey comes in, number 79, and hits number 27, Hunter Lowe, and drops him for a loss immediately. And so a big mistake by the Golden Tide as they have a personal foul on the field goal attempt by McKenzie, and that's an automatic first down. Second down and goal from the 3-yard line for the McKenzie Rebels. Hunter Lowe is going to carry it into the end zone. Touchdown, McKenzie.
touchdown.
Looking for that handoff over the middle, but he just breaks it out past the tackle on the right side and walks basically into the end zone.
And so McKenzie makes Peabody pay after what is really a silly foul there on our own end of the field. Number 27 is on to try to kick, and the kick is, number 87 for McKenzie, and that's Seth Jeffrey, and the extra point is good. And so with 4:19 to play, McKenzie takes the lead 7-0. We'll be back for the kickoff after this break. You're watching the Golden Tide football on TV 22 and E+6 out of Jackson. We'll be back in just a moment with the ball game Blitz.
Okay, I want to invite you to come join us here at Food Right, where we specialize in our meat department, our produce department, our bakery deli department, offer Western Union to send or receive your money. Our butchers in our meat department have over 75 to 80 years experience by cutting beef. We have freshness everywhere we go in our produce department. We just stock that produce every day with fresh vegetables and fruits. Come join us at Food Right. Thank you.
Hello, this is Ed Norman, broker with LA Realty of Trenton. I want to thank all of you for making LA number one in our community. We aim to take good care of our customers to the best of our ability. We know that's how a successful real estate firm operates in a small town. Please remember us when you need help or just advice about your real estate. Thanks again.
So it's 7-0 with 4:19 to play here at the first quarter of the ball game Blitz tonight on TV 22 and E+6 out of Jackson. McKenzie's taking the lead. We are appreciative of tonight's sponsor, Dale Recycling. Be sure and call Dale for all your recycling needs. He's got 3 locations: McKenzie, Milan, and Jackson. And breaking loose is number 89 for the Golden Tide. He looks like he's going to go all the way. Number 89 is going to take it in. That's Jared Penn. Touchdown, Golden Tide. And so, Joey, just like that, we come right back with a touchdown.
Well, we've had no emotion so far in this game, and that's going to give us exactly what we need. And wow, how quick is Jared Penn? The first time we get to see him really this year, and he makes a big entrance on the scene.
Well,
18 seconds off the clock.
we were wondering why Jared was in the game. We haven't heard him or seen him play that much. But right there is exactly why. He's a pretty quick foot for the Golden Tide as he goes about 95 yards for a touchdown. On for the point after touchdown is Drew Sanders, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. And so in 6 seconds, I believe it was 4:07, we're at 4:01 now. The first quarter, this ball game is tied 7-7. We've got a good one going here. Hopefully we'll get most of it in before the rainstorm hits. It's 7-7 from Walter Kilser Stadium in Trenton, Tennessee. You're watching the Ball Game Blitz on E+6 in Jackson and TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Amy Greer in Trenton can help you get to a better state, because she'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Amy Greer in Trenton and officially get to a better state with State Farm. Dale's Recycling has 3 locations, Milan, McKenzie, and Jackson, and is one of the largest recycling centers in West Tennessee. Their recycling is environmentally friendly, and they recycle most metals, radiators, batteries, and much more. Besides recycling, Dale's also buys and sells used farm equipment, industrial equipment, and military surplus. For more information about what they recycle or their inventory, go to dales-recycling.com or call their Milan number at 731-686-2500.
And so with 4 minutes to play in the first quarter, it's 7-7 here on the campus of Peabody High Schools. We've got a pretty good contest going between Peabody and McKenzie. Peabody strikes real quick on a long kickoff return after McKenzie had driven the length of the field and taken the lead 7-0. And Joey, that touchdown happened so fast, I didn't even have time to say that was our first Amy Greer State Farm touchdown of tonight for the Golden Tide. We are appreciative of Amy and her staff down at State Farm on South College Street. Be sure and see them for all of your insurance needs. Drew Sanders kicks off, and the ball's going to be taken at the 3-yard line by number 27, and he's going to be tackled. Number 23 tackles him immediately after he gets the ball, and that's Xavier Ball. Xavier's a very, very quick freshman, fleet of foot. He gets down the field first and puts the helmet on number 27 for McKenzie, Hunter Lowe.
Well, the common denominator for Peabody this year is great kickoff coverage, and I think that's a sign of really good coaching. Those details that make such a difference in a game.
1st and 10 for McKenzie as they have the ball at the 16-yard line. I formation. And 67 on the tackle for the Golden Tide. That's Hayden Whitby.
Well, I hope they run Hayden's way all night long because they're not going to get very far. He stuffed it up in there and stopped them for no gain.
No gain.
2nd and 10 for the Rebels as they have the ball at their own 16-yard line. Number 8 runs the ball for McKenzie, and he's going to be tackled. That's Christopher Allen, and the tackle is by number 27, Ray Buchanan.
Ray Buchanan doing what good linebackers do, and that's stay in there tough and make a tackle. You just have to believe we're going to see a pass here.
I believe Whitby was also in on the play there, number 67 for the Golden Tide. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Back to pass and the ball was rushed, and it's going to be incomplete. And so that's going to set up a 4th down and long for McKenzie, and they're going to punt the football.
Well, good coverage there by Malik Dokes. Had his hands on the receiver a little bit, but no foul. Like to see another run back here. We're going to get good field position out of this.
Wind is blowing into this punter's face, and so the receivers need to scoot up just a little bit, I would think. And so he's going to have a hard time getting the ball to the midfield stripe. Nearly snapped it over his head, and sure enough, that wind catches that ball, and it bounces backwards. And Peabody's going to put the ball in play at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
You know, if we had had any kind of rush at all on that punt, we would have shook things up a little bit. It's a high snap, but played for good field position, and we have some really good field position as we're on McKenzie's side of the field.
I wouldn't be surprised to see us come out and try to throw the ball deep right here on 1st and 10 and try to seize the momentum in this ball game.
Well, you've got a lot of speed in these receivers. Bogus with a strong arm.
Back to pass. Little slip screen thrown out to Dokes. And Malik drops the ball. I think there were footsteps coming, and he might have seen him or heard him one, Joey.
Well, it's hard to catch the ball in traffic, but you have to do it if you're a receiver. And I'm sure next time he's going to put a little more focus on that.
You're right, Joey. I think he had some blockers ahead of him, and if you only just caught it, I mean, you're right, it's tough to catch him in traffic, but you got to make a play.
Like to see Barnett get loose here.
2nd and 10 for the Golden Tide from the 43-yard line. Barnett's going to run the football, and he's loose. Joey, you called the play, son, and he's going to go. He's going to take it. Oh, and he gets all the way down to about the 2-yard line. As that monster at the 8-yard line, I think that 8-yard line grabbed him right there at the very end.
Javarian just has the it factor. I mean, he's just one of those players who's exciting to watch, and you anticipate him running the ball.
So 1st and goal for the Golden Tide after about a 39-yard run by the Golden Tide. 1st and goal to go as Peabody has an opportunity here with just under 2 minutes to play in the 1st quarter to take the lead.
You know, the one thing Peabody doesn't have is the big, powerful fullback to run in plays like this.
All right, Peabody lines up in its black formation, and they pitch the ball back to Tavarian Barnett, and he takes it in for a touchdown for the Golden Tide. Aaron Lowry moved in back there at that fullback, Joey, on that black formation for the Golden Tide, and one play they're in.
That was just too easy. I mean, you watch that on the tape, and you see him just tiptoe across the goal line. Notice Drew Sanders was the State Farm Player of the Week last 2 weeks ago.
Speaking of State Farm, that was another State Farm touchdown sponsored by Amy Greer. And all the girls down at State Farm, we appreciate their support each Friday night here for these football games. It's 14-7 with 1 minute and 47 seconds to play in the 1st quarter. We're going to take a break. You're watching the very best high school football in West Tennessee. 13-7. Was it missed?
Yeah, they missed it.
The extra point was missed. My fault. But you're watching a very good high school football game from West Tennessee's own ball game Blitz here from Trenton, Tennessee, on E+6 out of Jackson and Trenton cable channel number 22, Trenton's local cable channel. We'll be back after this break.
Okay, I want to invite you to come join us here at Food Right, where we specialize in our meat department, our produce department, our bakery deli department. A few emphasis on the meat department would be where we have signature pork, Food Right signature pork that is, no solution added, cut fresh, hand trimmed, and a product of the USA. Also in our meat department, we are proud to have Black Canyon Angus beef, the best beef there is. Also in our meat department, our chicken is packed fresh, satisfaction guaranteed. We pack it here at the store. Nothing comes in pre-packaged. We're very proud of that fact. Our butchers in our meat department have over 75 to 80 years experience by cutting beef. We have ground beef that is ground multiple times every day. In other words, it stays fresh. We can't emphasize that word enough. Fresh, fresh all over the store. Come join us at Food Right. Thank you.
We're appreciative of our cheerleaders each week as they lead our squad and our community in cheers for our Golden Tide. So with 1:47 to play, Peabody extends its lead 13-7, and we're back for Sanders ready to kick off. It'll be interesting to watch that extra point that was just missed on replay. And Drew's going to get the ball down to about the 2-yard line.
3-yard line.
And number 27 has the ball. He's been one of their main runners all night. That's Hunter Lowe, and he's going to be tackled right there around the 20-yard line.
Got a Peabody player down.
Golden Tide squad.
Can't see who that is.
Off the bottom, so it looks like he's going to be the tackler.
Is that?
It looks like Ty Fields a little bit there, coming up kind of woozy from the bottom of the pile. Looks like he might have been hit kind of in the lower abdomen part of the body there, Joey. You've been around football very long. You recognize that walk from time to time.
Have to be careful with that kind of injury.
Still out there.
He's still on the field, so he's a pretty tough cracker. Little quick hitch over the middle to number 15, Grant Lawrence. Grant Lawrence on the play.
Up to the 39-yard line for a first down. Ray Buchanan.
Peabody has been susceptible to that play all season, Joey, in the first 2 games, and McKenzie takes advantage of it here on the first play of this drive.
Well, they've come out throwing the ball. They've got a good quarterback, some good receivers, and you have to believe they're going to move more and more to that as they get more and more success, because they're not going to run the ball up the middle.
Penalty against the, I believe, will be against McKenzie. We'll see what the referees call.
Chavez on the sweep.
Chavez on the carry for the McKenzie Rebels, tackled by number 2, Tyler Gatlin.
Well, as McKenzie tries to get outside there, you see they have fair speed, but they are not faster than Peabody.
Penalty against the Rebels. It's going to be marked off 5 yards.
Illegal procedure is the call against the McKenzie Rebels. And so every little bit helps.
Penalties have played a pretty big factor in this game. Certainly have for Peabody early in the game, and now been the nemesis of McKenzie.
1st and 15 for the Rebels as they put the ball in play at the 34-yard line. I formation. Little quick hitch out to number 18.
Pass up to
Tristan Lowe received that pass, and he was tackled immediately by sophomore Daniel Hodges for the Golden Tide.
Pretty good coverage there on that pass play. Played off of the receiver a little bit, gave him some room, but came up and made a good tackle.
39.
We're bringing an end to this first quarter, sponsored by Dale's Recycling. See if McKenzie can get a playoff before it ends, and they do. Quick pass, little hitch pass out to their receiver, and that's going to bring an end to this first period as McKenzie has the lead as Peabody has the lead 13-7 here from Walter Kilser Stadium. You're watching Peabody Golden Tide football, and we'll be back for the second quarter, sponsored by Bell's Shirt and Sign Company. 2 locations here in Trenton and Jackson. You're watching the Golden Tide on E+6 out of Jackson and TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.